Yo, everybody. It's your boy, the Tatumeister here, with the third installment of the Twisted Childhood Universe, Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. Yes. Sorry if I'm a little late. I know I'm a few days late getting this out. I'm busy Monday to Friday usually, so I don't get time to record. But I had a little time today. As I'm recording this, it is my birthday today. I turned 28. It's January 19th. I don't know if I'm going to post this on my birthday, but we'll see. But as I'm recording this, yes, it is my birthday today. It is a happy coincidence they released Peter Pan around my birthday. I'm also going to go see The Goonies today, which will be cool. The Goonies 40th anniversary re-release in theaters with my best friend. That'll be cool. And it's free popcorn day on my birthday, which is nice. We'll get free popcorn. But anyway, let's get back to the topic. So, if you're coming here from the TCU fandom server, I appreciate you coming to watch the video. Please click subscribe and like and put on the notification bell if you haven't yet. I really appreciate the support. I really love the TCU so far. It's been really like if you haven't seen my reviews on Blood and Honey and Blood and Honey 2, I think both of those movies are absolutely awesome. Like, I love what Riz and the team have been doing with these adaptations. It's been really fun and cool. But let's get back on the topic of the video, which is Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. This is the first non-Winnie the Pooh related movie in the Twisted Childhood Universe. So, how did it turn out? Well, gotta be honest, it wasn't as good as Blood and Honey and Blood and Honey 2. But I'll get into why and my problems and what I liked about it and yada yada, you know. But overall, the movie is really good. I'm not going to diss the movie or anything. It's certainly well made. Like, from a production standpoint, it's better than the first two CU movies. Like, from a purely budget and production, like, standpoint, like, Riz and Scott really put in the work to make this fleshed out. It's just really what I have the problems with is the story, and I'll get into why later. But I'm going to try to glaze the movie a little bit more. The directing is really well done by Scott. Scott is... You know, the only movie Scott made before this was Fire-nado, and I wasn't a big fan of that. That was him and Riz that directed that, and it was kind of a weird movie. But he's clearly come a long way since then, and he's done a lot better with this. Like, Scott's obviously not as good as his partner, Riz Frank Waterfield. I already knew that going into this, so... And also, Peter Pan's not a character I particularly love compared to Bambi and Pinocchio and Winnie the Pooh. But I still was excited to see what they do with Peter Pan, considering Peter Pan's always been better as the villain anyway. Like, if you watch Once Upon a Time, you know, Peter Pan in that is way better than the Disney version. Like, and also, that movie I love, Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, the movie, with Peter Pan as the villain, again, was awesome. Like, when Peter Pan's the villain, he's honestly better than when he's the hero. Because as much as I like the original Peter Pan and other movies he's in, you know, I don't know. I always like it when Hook's the good guy and Peter Pan's the bad guy. I always prefer that, because Hook is a lot better character, in my opinion, Captain Hook. Speaking of which, if you expected a lot of Captain Hook in this movie, I don't know if this is a spoiler, but it really is. But yeah, he's not in the movie that much. He's not really, if you've seen the trailers, you've seen everything, yeah, he's not in the movie hardly at all, which really bummed me out. Hopefully, if they make a sequel, and hopefully in Poohniverse Monsters Assemble, he gets more scenes. But in this movie in particular, he's not in it a lot. Granted, the scenes he is in are really good, but he's not in it a lot. I would say like 2 scenes overall, which is kind of a bummer, because Captain Hook is my favorite Peter Pan character. I don't know why the heck they didn't use him, but okay, whatever. Tinkerbell has a lot of good scenes, though. I won't spoil much with her. I won't spoil anything with her. She's very good. I think what they did with her was really nice. Wendy is obviously the one that gets the most screen time, other than Peter Pan. Like, her and Peter Pan, I think, share the screen time. But yeah, Wendy's really good in this. I like what they share with her character. She's a great final girl. I will say, the thing about this movie is that the violence is way toned down compared to the Blood and Honey movies, which I guess makes sense. It has a little less budget than Blood and Honey 2. And I guess the kills are just more refined, they're more simple compared to the Blood and Honey ones, but I guess makes sense for a character like Peter Pan. Like, Peter Pan's not like Winnie and the gang, just going ham, going ballistic, you know, just going around murdering like crazy animals. Peter Pan's not like that. He's a very refined character, so it makes sense why he wouldn't be like them. At the same time, though, we kind of expect, you know, Like, the Bambi and the Pinocchio movie are more hype, because you know that they're gonna go crazy with the kills in those. Like, Bambi's just gonna go on a crazy rampage, and Pinocchio's gonna skin people. So, obviously, they're a little more, gonna be more violent and gruesome than this. Like, this just wasn't up to par, you know? Considering also that Riz and Scott are hyping up Peter Pan to be, like, one of the main villains of Pooniverse Monsters Assemble. I don't know. In this movie in particular, he's just not that menacing as I wanted. The actor does a good job. The guy that plays him, I'll put the name of his the name of the actor below. But the guy that plays Peter Pan does a good job. Like, he in particular is good. I think he did a great job of making him a very good villain. But I'm comparing him to Winnie the Pooh. Like, I mean, you kind of have to compare him to Winnie the Pooh because, like, they're in the same universe. I mean, comparing him to Winnie the Pooh, he's just not as scary and not as cool and not as in-depth. Like, he's just a psychopath. Like, that's all he is. Like, I'm a psychopath that wants to abduct kids. Like, okay, that's cool, but, I mean, the Black Phone villain's better. Like, I guess that's what they were going for, was some sort of kidnapping guy, who just kidnapped kids, which, okay. I mean, again, he has some scenes that are really good, and he's somewhat scary in some scenes, but, like, bro... Like, comparing him to Winnie the Pooh, he's just not... Bro, the fact that Peter Pan is less scary than Winnie the Pooh is a problem, because Peter Pan should be scarier. Like, by default, like, in the story in the book, Peter Pan always was more menacing. Like, he's just a sinister figure. So why is Winnie the Pooh, in a movie, more scary than Peter Pan in this movie? It just kind of doesn't make sense. Maybe in Pooniverse Monsters Assemble, they'll give him more scary things to do, but if they're saying in this movie in particular, he just didn't really come across as scary as he could have been, you know? I just wasn't feeling it, I guess. Like, again, he has some scenes that are really good, but it's just a lot of the movie's just like, okay, like, I get it. It's just, I must send kids to Neverland, like, but why? Like, why are you doing it? Are you just a psycho? I don't know. Like, Winnie the Pooh and the gang actually have a reason to do what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like, they're not just doing it to do it. Like, yeah, they're feeling threatened. They're like, society's done them wrong, you know? Like, there's reasons why Winnie and Tigger and all them are attacking people. They're not just attacking people just to attack people. Like, Peter Pan's not like that, bro. He's just like, I'm evil. Like, I'm evil, and I have to kill people. Like, just send people to Neverland. It's like, why? Like, why are you doing that? I don't know. But anyway, I'm not saying the movie's horrible or anything, but it's just like, there's just certain things. You know, like, writing-wise, this could have been a lot better. Also, like, there's just not that whole supernatural element compared to the Blood and Honey movies. Like, I mean, bro... Like, you just don't feel the supernatural element that much. It's basically a grounded story, which... I'm kind of like, what? Like, bro, like, there's a Pinocchio and a Bambi movie coming out, and you're making a Peter Pan movie grounded. How does that make any sense? Like, what? Like, do you guys know what universe you're in? Like, hello? Like, why are you... I mean, there is a scene where Peter Pan does, quote, fly, which I won't spoil what happens in that scene, but, like, even that scene is kind of like, did he just imagine that? Like, what? I don't know. Again, the movie's just too grounded. It feels like a Batman. It feels like the Batman, like, by Matt Reeves. Like, but even less good than that, because at least the Batman was more cool to watch. Like, this was just like, okay. I'm not trying to diss the movie. I'm sorry, guys, if this comes across really negative. I just, you know, it's just comparing it. If I had seen this before Blood and Honey came out, like, if I had saw this as the first TCU movie, I don't think I would have been as harsh. But comparing it to Blood and Honey and Blood and Honey 2, it's like, you obviously could have done more, guys. Like, what? Like, I don't get it. Like, bruh. I don't know if the budget was holding it back, or they went through rewrites, or, like, I don't know. They just didn't have an idea. I'm not sure, but, like, it just really feels like they could have done more, especially with Captain Hook. Like, bro, Hook is the best Peter Pan character, and you don't do crap with him. Like, why the heck was he only in 2 scenes? Like, okay, bro. Again, the actors do a great job, it's directed well, it's production-wise, it's fantastic. It's got a lot of... When the kills happen, they are kind of cool. Not on the level of Blood and Honey kills, but, like, they're still kind of cool when they happen. Like, they're not amazing, but, you know. Again, I was at the end of my seat. It is a very suspenseful movie. It's a very slow burn type of movie compared to Blood and Honey 1 and 2. Like, I don't know. Again, I just wanted more out of it. Story-wise, it's just lacking. You know, I just wasn't connected to the story that much, and that sucks, because I really love Blood and Honey 1 and 2. But, like, this one's just, like, it's good, it's fun, it's cool, but, like, it just... For me, I'm sorry, guys, if I'm coming across super negative. I'm not trying to be. Again, the movie has a lot of good stuff, but it's just the story and writing, guys. Like, I just wasn't feeling it half of the time, which is like, okay. Like... Like, and maybe just the fact that I'm just not connected to Peter Pan as much. I'm more connected to Captain Hook as a character, and he's barely in this, so, like, okay. I don't know. It's like... But see, with Winnie the Pooh, all the characters are good. Like, it's not just Winnie that's good. Like, Tigger's good. Owl's good. You know, like, Christopher Robin's amazing. Like, all the characters in Winnie the Pooh are great. Really, in Peter Pan, the only great character is Captain Hook. I mean, Wendy's fine. I'm not dissing Wendy or anything, and so is Peter. Like, they're both cool, but they're not Captain Hook great. Like, Captain Hook is amazing. Like, Captain Hook blows them all to crap. Like, it's not like Winnie the Pooh where all the characters are just as good as Winnie and Tigger. Like, I mean, with the exception of, like, I guess, Owl and Rabbit are not as good, but even Owl and Rabbit are kind of cool. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, all the Winnie the Pooh characters are good. Like, none of them are bad, but it's just like the characters of Peter Pan are just like, okay, like, just get pick it to Captain Hook, bro. I want to see Captain Hook. I'm kidding. I don't hate Peter Pan, but like, bro, like, he's not as good as Captain Hook. I'm just saying. But anyway, I have to give this movie any rating. I'll give it a 7.5. I mean, again, I enjoyed it for what it was. It was a nice, cool, violent time. You know, it's visually stunning. It's got some good production design. You know, Scott did a great job with his second movie, considering Fire NATO. This is a humongous improvement over Fire NATO, that is for sure. I don't know how the heck you can think it's not. But, like, again, I just wanted more out of it. Hopefully, if they make a sequel, they actually go to Neverland, and they actually, you know, because they are saying that Neverland is actually real. But, like, I don't know, guys. Yeah, hopefully Bambi and Pinocchio will pick it back up. This is definitely a weaker installment. I mean, I'm sure the next 3 movies are all going to go hard, because they all look freaking amazing. But, like, this one in particular, I was just like, okay, like, cool. Like, I mean, will I watch it again? Probably not for a long time. I mean, it was okay, but... I don't know. Yeah, I guess I have to watch it again to see how I feel. Like, I just wasn't amazed by it like I was Blood and Honey and Blood and Honey 2. Like, I just wanted more out of it. I know this is, you know, coming across... like, wow, you hated the movie. No, I don't hate the movie. Again, I gave it a 7.5. I still like it. It's just, like, it has some issues. Like, we shouldn't glaze the movie entirely, guys. Like, you all are overhyping it a little bit. Like, that's all I'm saying, TCU fandom. Okay, I'm not trying to diss the movie or anything. It's just, like, for me personally, I just wanted more. That's all. But, anyways, that's all I gotta say about Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. It was pretty cool, but... a lot of missed opportunities, especially with Peter Pan and Captain Hook. Like, I just feel like they didn't, especially Captain Hook, they didn't do jack shit with him. Like, okay, why was he even in the movie? I mean, I get it, he's an iconic character, I guess you had to put him in. But, like, at that point, you might as well not even had him. I don't know, a lot of things with him were weird, but anyway, that's all I gotta say. J-Mice for signing out.